Alright, hey everybody, we're going to get started with our first video, and obviously since it is the first video we're going to do something simple. It's a little crane. We're going to show you how to do it step by step. I've seen a lot of different videos. Some of them kind of go too fast, some go a little too slow, some don't talk. I'm going to definitely walk you through it step by step. I'll give you a little bit extra time just to kind of catch up, because I know I hate pausing when I have to do it, hitting the pause button on the video. So I'll go a little bit slower than a couple of the other videos. It'll take a little bit longer, but at least you won't have to pause, which is, to me, nice anyway. So to get started, I have origami paper. This is Origami Craze. It's the brand that I found. You can find it on Amazon, and you can find it on their website and all that stuff. The reason I chose this paper is, for one, it's the best quality that I found for the money. It's great to practice with, and also to do some more complicated stuff. Doesn't really tear. It has 225 sheets, and there are 15 different colors inside the pack, which is, I personally find, really nice. It gives me a lot of different versatility. I can make a bunch of different designs. And because it doesn't tear and stuff like that, even with some of the more complicated stuff, it just seems to be the best paper that I found for the money. On top of that, on the back of the little pamphlet, give me a second here, they do include this little free booklet. It basically walks you, it's an ebook that you can go and you can look at a bunch of different designs that you can get for free, which is kind of nice on top of that, which a lot of other companies don't really give you. But it's Origami Craze. I know you can find it on Amazon. I know that they have it on their website. I haven't seen it anywhere else, but those are the two places that I've found it. It's just regular 6" by 6" paper, or 15cm by 15cm paper, but there's 15 different colors and there's 225 sheets, so it's definitely one of the better packs that I've seen for the money. We'll just do another one in red. There are 15 different colors, but because the other one's in red, I'll just do it in red again, just to kind of keep it uniform. Not that it really matters, but okay, to start, you take your regular paper. If you have an 8x11 paper, like a piece of actual computer paper, all you have to do is take the corner and fold it down so that it's completely level with the paper, and then cut off the bottom, and that'll give you a perfect square. But because we're using origami paper, it's already cut that way. So what you'll do is you'll take it and you fold it hot dog style, or hamburger style, I guess, since it's a square. And then what I like to do is I like to take it right in the middle as soon as I find my line and pull my finger straight back so that it gives me the best crease, and then I do that all the way across. A lot of times if you just go straight horizontal, it'll shift your paper off and stuff like that, and then you'll have your lines be a lot more off than they would normally be. This still isn't going to be perfect per se, but it'll definitely be closer than a lot of the other ways. So sweet, you have your little one-way fold, and then what you'll do is you'll take it, you'll open it up, and you'll fold it the same way, but the other direction. So once again, hamburger style, just the other way. Take that, like I said, take it, slide right down the crease, pull it straight back to the middle, and do the same thing. Don't go sideways, pull it straight down, all the way across. It'll give you the nicest crease all the way around. And then I use my fingernail across the line, and I just smooth out all the creases to kind of get them pushed down a little bit. Makes it bend a little bit more smoothly and have a lot less bulk to it. So we've got those two lines, cool. Now what you'll do, open it up, so we have our little crisscross. We should have 4 squares. And what you'll do is you'll take one of the corners and you'll fold it all the way up to the other corner. Get it as close to right on the point as you can. And then once again, take your finger, slide it straight back towards the point, and do it all the way across. You can use your nail if you want to, you don't have to. Alright, I'll give you a second to kind of catch up a little bit. Okay, so open that paper back up, and then what you'll do is you'll fold it the exact same way, corner to corner, just the opposite side. You can line up the lines, that's kind of one of the ways that I like to do it, or you can just line it up with the actual points of the triangle. Either way, doesn't make a difference. Slide it straight back. Slide your fingers all the way across like we've been doing since the beginning. Pulling down, not sideways if you can. You want more down than sideways. This can kind of do a mix of sideways and down, but most of it is down. Use your nail if you want to clean out the lines. Perfect. So what I like to do is I take this and I point one of the part of the triangles straight out to the left, and then I open it up. And then what you want to do is you want to fold it across one of the diagonal ones, not one of the horizontal ones. so one of the diagonal ones. And you'll make a triangle like this, and you'll point this point down towards your body. Okay, so then what you do is you want to open it up like this. So I'll do it facing you just to keep it simple, but I like to point the point towards me. It makes it easier for me. And you're going to take these corners and you're going to fold them in so that you end up with a little diamond. So fold the corners in, open it up, fold the corners in. So you should end up with a little diamond like this. Give you a second to kind of figure that out. This is one of the easier designs. There's obviously a ton more that get more complicated, but this is one of the easier ones. Plus it's the one that like origami is known for basically, so it should keep it nice and simple. Alright, so now what you want to do is you want to take the part that opens. So you have this part that doesn't open, it's like closed off. You want to take the part that does open, and you're just going to grab one of these little flaps in here. And then what you're going to do, there's a little crease right in here. Fold it along the crease, kind of like when you did when you were little and made paper airplanes, if you ever did that. And then just fold it right along that crease. Once again, I use the nail to smooth the line out. And you want to do that for all four sides. So we've got, whoops, made that one a little too wide, didn't mean to do that. There we go. A little better. So you've got those two sides, flip it over, and do the other two sides. Alright, perfect. So now that you have those all folded, I'll give you a couple of seconds to kind of catch up. But you got all those four sides folded out. Then what you're going to do is you're going to open them all back up. Seems like it's a waste of time, but I promise it's not. Okay, this was the trickiest part for me. What you want to do is you're going to take one of the, it's really thin, you're only going to take part, like basically you're going to have one little thin sheet at the top. You're going to grab that part, fold it back a little bit, don't worry about bending it all the way back. And then you're going to take these corners and you're going to fold them in on each other. So right on the folds. Yep. So one, open it up a little bit, fold it in on itself. So you should end up with basically like a bigger diamond now. Fold them in on themselves, make sure the lines are nice and flat. Then you're going to flip it over and do the same thing. It's harder from this angle, but the longer I take, the better time you probably will make, so that's good. There we go. Perfect. Another little diamond. Alright, sweet. So, the way that I always like to show this off, I saw it on another video, it was my favorite way of demonstrating it. Basically, you have little legs. Got little legs walking. Take those two guys, and what you want to do is, again, you want to take the two pairs and fold them in. You're going to do it for 4 different sides. You want to fold them in towards the opening. So remember, where the legs are, fold each one of those corners in towards the center line. And you do that on all 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll give you a second to kind of catch up, just in case that took you a little bit longer. Like I said, I know it's going to take a little bit longer, but it's better than pauses to me. So, alright, so we've got our legs. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take the legs where they're facing, and you're going to turn it to the side. And then what you want to do is you want to open one of the sides up. So you should have like a kind of like an awkward looking triangle, or not triangle, I'm sorry, diamond. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take this, one of the legs, and you're going to fold it straight back up to where the crease ends. So you see where that that crease ends right there, that's where you're going to fold it up to. So you have something that looks just kind of like this, and then you'll take it, turn it to the side, and you're going to fold it on top of itself. So you should have something that looks just like this, a little point hanging out up here. And then what I like to do is I like to take the little point and I bend it down, and then I crease it. And then I like to round it off a little bit. You don't have to, but I like to pinch it and then make the head look a little bit smaller. That'll be the head of the crane. You can even twist it a little bit if you want to give it kind of like a more pointed look. That's usually what I like to do. I think it looks nicer, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, then you take the other side, where the legs are, fold it open, fold it straight up. Remember where that crease ends. You can't really miss it, but just in case. Then you're going to close it on top of itself, and that'll be the tail. You can pull it back if you want. That's kind of what I usually do, just to kind of give it a little bit more volume. And then you take these corners right here, so these will be your wings, and you just fold them down until the crease ends. You'll feel them get stuck. Don't pull too hard or they might tear, but you'll feel where the crease ends. Just fold them across, flip it over, and do the same thing. And those are your wings. I like to round them off a little bit, so basically what you do is you just take your thumb or your finger or whatever, kind of grab in the middle a little bit gently, and then just kind of pull them. But you run your finger down the center so that it kind of rounds the wing off a little bit. You don't really have to do this, I just think it looks nicer. And then you'll see at the bottom, there's a little hole right there. If you blow into that hole, it'll push open the body of it and give it a little bit more volume too. It doesn't always work, but usually it does. And then boom, you end up with this guy. See how it's kind of got a little bit more volume to the body? And you end up with that. Neat little crane. Well guys, that was video number 1. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I use Origami Craze paper if you ever want to pick it up. Like I said, it's on Amazon. I know you can get it on OrigamiCraze.com. It's their website. But that's definitely where you can get it. This is the paper that I use just for all of my basic and more complicated stuff. I don't use it for the super advanced things, keep that in mind, but I do use it for all of my practicing, all of the videos, and I also use it for some of the more complicated designs that I do. Thank you so much for watching, guys.